everyone. This is our Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 7, Episode 4 review. Ha-ha! Oh, I did it again.
This time.
Yes!
Isn't that awesome?
That is amazing! So this episode blew us away. We did not expect the ending. We didn't expect anything that was happening in that one. It was awesome. And so that was why we had the faces that we had at the beginning, because it was totally unexpected.
So many surprises.
So many surprises.
Like Christmas morning.
Yes, like Christmas morning. So what we'll do is we're going to take some bullet points from the episode and we'll talk about those with you guys. All right, so the team has to trust Echo. They have to put all their trust in Echo. We're already at a point where we have no choice but to completely trust Echo.
The Bad Batch are mainly the ones who don't trust Echo, and Tech, you can tell, has doubts in Echo from the beginning. And also, I feel like he has just doubts in the plan itself. Like when Wrecker was complaining about not being able to blow something up, and he said, like, I have a feeling you'll get your chance. You can tell that Tech was probably not expecting the plan to go exactly the way they were planning it to go.
Yeah, exactly. And it would be hard for them to trust Echo, seeing as how Echo was just a cyborg for the Separatists. But they trusted him, and it worked out for the good.
For the good.
For the good.
For the good. It worked out for the good.
Okay, Mace, Windu, and Obi-Wan Kenobi drop in like the bosses they are, and I love that scene so much. What did you think about that scene?
I love that scene, and I feel like we have to talk about the speech he gives at the beginning, just because
so awesome.
Mace Windu is one of the most hardcore Jedi of all time.
He is, man.
But I feel like Clone Wars gives him like some humanity and some he can be funny at times. But at the same time, I feel like he was genuine with what he was trying to say. Yes. It was one of those kind of like.
I mean, that was awesome. At this point in the war, I've killed,
over 100,000
destroyed or dismantled
androids.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. And he gave him a chance to surrender.
And he gave him a chance to surrender. He gave him a chance to get reprogrammed. And Obi-Wan's like, what are you doing? Like, Obi-Wan didn't know he was going to say that. He's like, what?
I know. And then Obi-Wan goes, well, it was worth a try. So, so that was a pretty awesome scene.
That was a surprise.
I liked it a lot. All right, here's another bullet point. Echo went above and beyond. Echo went ahead and plugged in, right? And he was willing to prove to everybody that he could be trusted in the fact that he was like, not only let me get you in and, send a signal that looks like it didn't come from here, but also what I want to do is get you the code to dismantle the bomb.
Right.
He went above and beyond, and I think the reason he did that was because he was willing to prove himself to Rex and the Bad Batch. What do you think?
And he's always been loyal to the Republic. And I feel like if the accident had happened, there would have never been any question of his loyalty.
Yeah.
If the accident with the shuttle blowing up, because that was what put all of this stuff in question in the first place. Because he was taken by the Separatists. He was cyborged. Now it's a verb. By the Separatists. He was
Cyborg. Yes.
He was cyborged by the Separatists. And, his mind was under their control. And he even said, like, at the beginning of the episode that he'd been doing that for a while.
Yeah.
To involuntarily to destroy the Republic, to, like, try to defeat the Republic in their battles on the Nexus.
Yeah.
But he was able to turn the tide, and he proved himself. And he had a plan, he carried it out. He's loyal.
Yeah, absolutely, he's loyal. Okay, this one is a big deal. You and I noticed this.
It's a big deal, but it's a small deal that can only be dealt with a deal.
Okay, you and I noticed this, but it took us 2 viewings to notice it. That on Echo's new armor, he's got a skull on his new armor. Now, they show this in the beginning of the episode. He walks out at the beginning of the episode, and he's got the new skull on the armor. But it took us till the end of the episode in the second viewing to realize that the skull he has on his armor is the same skull
as on the Bad Batch.
That the Bad Batch wears. So that was like a hint from the beginning of the episode that he was going to become one of the Bad Batch, which I did not see coming at all.
Yeah, I feel like the last review of the last episode, we talked about how, like, Dave Filoni's always like amazing at doing what's unexpected.
Yes.
I called that Echo might even not survive this arc.
Yes.
But I was wrong on that. He did. And he did it in the most unexpected way.
Yes.
he joined the Bad Batch.
I know, like I thought for sure he was either going to turn on the Republic or he would not make it through the arc, but sure enough, man, they come in with this twist where he actually joins the Bad Batch.
I thought he might turn. I did think that Echo might turn.
But nope, I didn't see that coming at all. That was pretty awesome. I thought it was a really cool, and I think this arc is done, but it was a really cool way to end the arc.
It was, really. So it makes me wonder what happened to the Bad Batch and Echo.
Well, I think we're going to see him again.
You do?
I think we'll see the Bad Batch again before season 7's over. Anakin and Trench, or should we say former Admiral Trench. That scene was intense and insane. Did you expect that at all?
It was intensane, but yes.
Intensane in the membrane. Ah! Dad joke. Okay. Yeah, so talk us through that a little bit.
So Anakin storms Trench's command bridge to get the codes to disarm the bomb. So he's trying to get the codes from Trench, but he does it in a very unexpected way.
Man.
Anakin is Darth Vader, right? We know he's going to become Darth Vader,
yes.
But I don't think we are aware of how far he's come in his anger at this point. I think this scene revealed a lot, because when Trench, obviously says, "No, I'll never give you the codes," Anakin says that essentially the whole scene is just because he's a Jedi doesn't mean he's afraid to destroy Trench to get the codes.
I know, and tells Trench, I don't have those weaknesses.
I don't have those weaknesses.
That is...
Which is a big statement.
That is a big statement, and we've been talking, every episode we've been talking since the beginning of how controlled and methodic Anakin is. And this is another step towards the dark side for him. Especially when he decides to just, take Trench out.
Well, I feel like that was more self-defense, and Trench is just a bad guy. I think
Well, that's true, but also not the Jedi way, clearly. Well, I do agree it was kind of self-defense. Still, normally the Jedi would not take Trench out the way that Anakin did.
They would not approve of that.
No.
They would not approve of Anakin doing that.
So I totally feel like that's clearly a step towards the dark side for Anakin, him using his hatred and his anger.
And him saying that I don't have such weaknesses is very it's
a
huge statement, because
step towards the dark side.
Because that statement really just already establishes the fact that Anakin now views those things as weaknesses.
Yeah.
He now views those things as, those are just stuff that the Jedi, they're holding back their power. They should be using it.
Yeah.
He's already established that in his mind.
Exactly.
At this point, which is something I didn't think he had established until episode 3.
Yeah, exactly.
So to learn that he has done this before episode 3 is really interesting.
Yeah, very interesting indeed. I like how Dave Filoni is going that direction with Anakin, is taking him in that direction.
He's taking him in
towards the dark side. Yeah. Okay, and this is the end of the episode, and Rex lets Echo go.
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 Echo go. Echo go.
Echo go. Echo go.
Echo go. Echo go. Echo go.
Echo go.
Echo go.
Echo go.
Echo go. Echo go.
Welcome to As Father and Son, where we can make a remix out of anything.
All right, so we talked about earlier how Echo has the same skull as the Bad Batch, and I think Rex realizes by the end of the episode that Echo might not belong with the regular clones anymore, and that he might find solace with the guys from the Bad Batch rather than
points on the word solace, by the way.
Yeah, hey, thank you, solace.
Han Solus.
Han Solus. He's at peace with himself.
Han's never at peace with himself.
No, he's not. And not ever.
He's at peace with himself, but not the people around him.
Not ever. So do you think we'll see Echo before the season ends? Do you think we'll see him again?
With Dave Filoni, it's very likely we could.
Yeah.
Because right now, I don't expect him to see him again, which is why we should expect to see him again, because Dave Filoni is always a master at that.
Exactly. And if we see the Bad Batch again, we'll probably see Echo again.
Exactly.
At some point in the
it wouldn't make sense if we saw Bad Batch and not Echo now that he's part of them.
Yeah. But that had to be hard for Rex to let him go.
Exactly. Very, very hard.
Very hard to let his brother.
But he had to. But he wanted what was best for Echo.
Yeah.
So
which was really neat too.
And that the fact that he was willing to let Echo go like that shows Rex's character.
Oh, that Rex is. Oh my gosh, he's one of my favorites. And the salute at the end. Oh my gosh, that
Heartfelt
was
right
so good. Yes, that was
Heartfelt.
just a big, awesome kick in the gut.
Exactly.
I was about this man.
And even like from all of them, all the Bad Batch.
I know from all of them. All right, those were all the things that I had. You got anything you want to add?
Well,
to the
there's
end
just a few
here?
more awesome moments in the episode that I want to point out.
Go ahead.
One was how the whole episode Wrecker wants to blow something up, and how
Yes.
when they finally escape the ship, Anakin hands him the detonator, and he like tears
He was
up.
so happy.
He was genuinely happy. Like he genuinely appreciated it.
I love Wrecker's character.
He's like, he teared up. He's like, this is the happiest moment of my life. And then he like pushes the button and goes
So
up the entire
awesome.
thing. And then another awesome moment is when they're actually on the ship and Crosshair throws those things.
Oh
those deflector
man, that
things
was
on the
incredible.
One
What
shot.
a neat
hits
moment
one,
that
ricochet,
was.
Ricochet. All of them droids are gone.
And then also when Wrecker, goes and just takes out the battle droids by hand.
The wrecking ball. That's like a maneuver
Yes,
they have.
exactly. So it's just really neat that they put so much emphasis on how awesome the Bad Batch really is.
So this is something that I've noticed for these first 4 episodes of the season 7 of the Clone Wars all put together, is the fact that I feel like there's a lot of Gindi in these episodes.
How so?
I don't know. It's just certain feels. I feel like, well, first of all, there's not as much talking.
Well, that's true. There is a whole lot of action.
And there have been several times, or at least in like 2 of the episodes, where there was no music. There was fighting, but there was no music.
That is very Gindi.
And I don't know. I'm getting Gindi vibes from these first 4 episodes.
I can see that. I'm all right with that.
Take us there, Sketch.
All right, thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you want to subscribe, you can. I said it. Yes, if you want to subscribe, click right here. And
If you want to see our last review video, click right here.
that's right. So we appreciate you watching our videos. Until the next time we see you,
Maclunkey.
Maclunkey.